Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Tool Show with me, Master Dan, the Journeyman shooter. And it's a beautiful morning. I figured I'm going to work not too long, so I figured why not have a coffee break and have a little talk with you guys about something cool and something that's important. And it was actually funny, the other day I was trying to think about what I could talk about, and I'm always thinking about that, so I always write down little ideas of what we can do a 5-minute segment about, and sometimes they turn into 23-minute segments, then that's cool, but you want to try to stick with the shorter stuff because attention spans are tight, and I know I'm the same. I grew up in the video game era where you get 10 minutes, you play your game, you turn it off, go do something else, and 15 minutes later you come back and pick up your game where you left off. And that's the pause button world, and some people don't live in that, but that's my world when I was a younger guy, so why not talk about that? But the one thing I did want to talk about is, I'm getting off topic and I'm going to talk for 23 minutes here, but no, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be talking about finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Now, she's a friend from the Ukraine, and she's never heard that saying before, and we were out in public the other day, and she ended up, we were at a big crowd. There must have been a couple thousand people just walking around, and tight people, and she looked down on the ground and found a $10 bill, and I said, wow, that's cool, you found a $10 bill, good for you. And she's like, well, what if it's one of these people? And I was like, well, as soon as you say who lost a $10 bill, everybody in that crowd is going to say, yes, it was me. So good luck trying to find that $10 bill. And I know that might not be honest, but if you're in a 10,000 person crowd, 20,000 person crowd, and there's no way for you to actually find the legitimate owner of a $10 bill, because unless they wrote down the serial number somehow, and I know I personally write down all the serial numbers and I write my name on every bill that I have. No, just kidding, I don't do that anymore. They told me to stop it, the government found out, and no, just kidding, that didn't happen either. But that would be a genius idea, because yeah, it's like, oh, I lost my money, here, just send it back to me in the mail, here's my address, and it's got my name on all the money that I've ever used. Because really, you just recycle the money, but yeah, you don't want to do that. That's not the smartest idea, and I don't think it's fully legal. But if somebody's smart enough to send it back to you, then yeah, that'd be great. If you guys want to send me some money, find it, just pretend like my name's on there and go for it. I'll give you my address if you look me up online, toolshow.ca. But I'm getting way off topic. But finders keepers, and my friend from the Ukraine had never ever heard that one, and I was like, well, if you find something, you're lucky enough to get to keep it, and if you lose something, then you weep it. So it's finders, keepers, losers, weepers. And that's a famous North American saying. Everybody kind of said it. I remember as a kid, that was always the biggest thing. It's like, oh, you lost that? Well, losers, weepers. And that's it. I've been a loser weeping many times. And I know that's why it's not fair to kind of keep a lot of stuff, especially if you find like a lot of like money or something like that, or a precious jewelry or something that belongs to somebody. Give it to the police. You can go turn it in there, and then people can kind of find it, and they can at least find their stuff, because yeah, it's not good just to keep it. Then you're stealing it basically. But if you do find something that isn't able to kind of get back, like there's a lot of stuff, especially with metal detecting. I have a lot of friends that do that kind of stuff, where they go out to the mountains, and especially just after the spring when the water runs off, and there's a whole lot of basically there's jewelry, there's metals that come down out of the mountains, there's different stuff that people find all over the place, and sometimes it's tough to get that back. But if there's an inscription, they'll always try to find the owner of the inscription, or they'll at least put an ad out online to try to find the people that actually owned it. And that's a good idea too, because you can't just grab it and go, because sometimes there's a lot of karma related to those things, and you don't want any bad karma on you. That's not a good thing. But if you do find something, yeah, try to give it back. But if you can't, and there's no physical way, like a $5, $10 bill, and it's just sitting there, or toonie or loony, maybe try to do something good with it, because that's a good sign. You got it for free, so why not just go out and give it to somebody else? Or I don't know, find somebody that's needy downtown and just give them that toonie, or give them the $10 bill. And that's kind of what we ended up doing. Is I always do that myself. If I find like a $5 bill or something like that, I'll end up trying to donate it to somebody that needs it, because I know there's a lot of charities, especially in this city. There's one of my other segments about the end of charities, and there's a lot of stuff that's being closed because there's no funding anymore. And it's sad to say, these people need mentors, they need valuable help in their life, but a lot of the time there's no way to get that anymore, because the funding's all disappeared, the economy's hard here. So that's why you got to help out when you can. And if you find something like that, why not? That's a great way to help out, and you're not really losing your own money. You never had it to begin with, so why not just donate it? And it's a good thing. You can, especially clothes, anything like that. If you do find jewelry out in the mountains, why not? You could donate that as well. But you could probably even get the money, and that's easiest, just to donate the money, because a lot of the time you can't really get anything for the jewelry. So it's like, well, here's some jewelry, and now what are you going to do with it? So why not just get the money for the jewelry from someplace else, or you could sell it, and then you could give that money to somebody else and donate it. Do something good with your stuff, because that's what it's tough, because somebody's already weeping that lost, so why not just be a keeper and give it to somebody else and keep the world safe and keep the world a good place, and that'd be an awesome thing. So for Tool Show, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Finders keepers, losers weepers. If you never heard it, that's a good old saying from around here. So finders keepers, losers, don't worry, it's gonna be all right. Don't weep it. But for Tool Show, I'm Master Dan, the Journeyman Shooter. Get out there, find some stuff, and don't be a weeper.